Welcome to the newsstand of the hottest new podcast, Opinions 2 Million, with your hosts, Big G, Money Mo, and Shawnee, where we'll be discussing the latest and greatest heat from the culture. Man, did you hear that beat drop? You ain't ready. Let's get straight into it. Opinions to reach 1 million followers, opinions to reach $1 million. New pod dropping every week. I officially welcome you to Opinions 2 Million podcast. Let the beat rock. Tax write-off. Yes, sir. All right, let's go ahead and get started.
Yes, sir. Back in it. We are 25, right?
Yeah, 25.
Yeah, 25.
25.
There's been so much stuff going on too. With all these topics and stuff. It's been nonstop stuff the past few weeks.
Now we can add the baby in that drink too, yo.
Yeah, he be trying.
Yo,
he be trying. He be catching the most like innocent bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Like the freaking the ones he allowed to do.
This thing, I didn't even notice you had the return of 6ix9ine on there.
6ix9ine the GOAT, yo. Y'all sleep.
Stop.
Yeah. Welcome. We back for another one. Episode 25. Man,
yes,
we're missing
sir.
Z-Sean. We got Money Mo, Big G. We got Mr. Man's cooling and heating back with us. And we got a special guest.
What's going on, man?
Yes, sir.
Introduce yourself, man. Tell us a little about yourself.
What's going on, man? Maul Dennis from Come Through the Podcast, man. Just here kicking it with y'all, man. I'm glad to be a part of your show.
Oh, we appreciate it. Most definitely. Happy to have you, man. We got a lot of topics, man. I don't even think we should go through them. We just ready to go ahead and get started. Will Smith, man, the biggest simp this side of the, I should say on the earth, man, in the whole world. Will Smith continue.
Gary's man.
Yeah, right, man. For real, I'm gonna keep it a stack. I've never been a big fan of Will Smith, but
I never have either.
Not like
what? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Denzel kind of I do.
Yeah.
But now you're right. Yeah. Will Smith a legend. He just
Will was
too
set up.
This
Will was set up, man. This all in the plan, man.
Before we get to simping, Will, let's talk about, man, we all know what happened at the Oscars with the smack heard across the world. Now the Oscars came back and they instituted a 10-year ban from Will Smith. Before the Oscars came down with their punishment, Will had already resigned from the.
I want to touch that. You touch that because it gets out.
Yeah.
Will had already resigned. This man,
what we got going on?
Yeah,
wifey on the phone. I'm about to get away.
Oh my goodness, boy!
Let me move downstairs.
Hey, Mom.
Yo, I'm dying.
He dealing with it, boy.
Sure, you know how it is, man.
I know. I'm on the deck. I know she about to come through this door soon.
Hey, but nah, Will had already resonated or resigned himself from the Oscars committee and all of that stuff. Now, what's y'all initial thoughts? You think he should have got a ban for that long?
10 years is too long, man. Like other people, actors and all that shit out here doing way worse than he done. And you know what I mean? I can understand because it was, you know what I mean, on national television and all that. But 10 years, man.
Right.
Like, then you want to take away his Oscars. What about the guy that just like killed somebody on his set? They ain't taking nothing from him.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, that is true. I forgot all about that. Wow.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it don't add up.
Hey, man.
Definitely don't.
As he said in the Oscars, man, he said when you at your highest moment, that's when the devil come at you. And that joint is facts, man. I was like, boy, you getting tested right now.
Right.
But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, does he need the Oscars? No, he don't need the Oscars. He don't got nothing to prove to nobody. His career speaks for itself. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for.
You really feel bad for him? I don't feel bad for him.
Yeah, man, because you
got
got
consequences, yo.
You
10 years or 1 year. You know what I'm saying? You do
just
the crime,
don't like
you gotta do
Will,
the time.
You just don't like Will. That's why.
No,
you
I
like
never
Will.
said I didn't like him. I just said
You're not
like,
a fan. You're not a fan.
Yeah.
Then. If you was a fan of Will, you'd have had a problem right now, right?
Just like you like with 6ix9ine.
You like 6ix9ine?
Yeah, 6ix9ine, go.
We're gonna get into
I'm
that.
about to
But
get
like
fucking
everything
Paul
that happened to him,
Oh
you
my
be
goodness.
defending him.
What you like? Yeah, I'll wait till we get. I don't know what you can like about that dude.
Hey, wait till we get into it.
This boy, say, what's up with your cousin, man?
I don't know, man. I still love it now.
Will, and he had didn't Will have to cancel some of his next up and coming movies too?
Nah, they canceled him, yeah.
That's crazy, bro. See, that's crazy. But like,
Yo, you gotta
proof.
understand,
He
man.
already solidified.
When that stuff happens, they gotta make an example out of you.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to, no matter how big you are. Will was huge, entertainment wise. You know what I mean? But somebody got to be an example.
But you got to look at who's doing it. It's only us doing it. Ain't nobody else doing no stuff like that, yo. You acting off emotions. That's what's wrong with people. Ain't Kanye doing it? Will's doing it. Yo, you ain't seen a near white person in the middle award show, and especially when you know you in the running to win the best actor and do some crazy stuff like that, yo.
And his first one, that's the craziest part. Like we said before, this is his first Oscar. I don't understand.
Us as a people, saying as black folks, get too involved in our emotions and don't know how to handle certain situations. Like, yeah, I would have never got up on stage and slapped you because you said that about my wife. I would have talked to you after the show. Yeah. After the show, I'd have been like this. All right, man. Hey, let me holler at you real quick. But yeah, I agree with Gary on that. I think we just act out, like out of emotions, but it's a consequence.
Yeah. And it's like, it's definitely is. And they say, you know what I'm saying, they nuking it, of course. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna run with it.
Yeah, they gonna run with it. People thought it was a traumatizing experience. That's what Gary said.
That's why I draw no, you tripped me, yo. Now that's why I draw the line. Like the people coming out
I know,
like that and saying that they traumatized from the smack. Nah, yo, I ain't with that.
What's that one comedian that said that? That white comedian.
What's that? Amy Schumer or something like that. Nah. That's goofy, yo.
That's too much.
Too corny.
Nah, but they definitely got like consequences, and to be honest, I don't even know the whole like ramifications of like 10 years removed. Does that just mean you can't be nominated, or is there more to like that whole Oscars committee, or being a part of that stuff, like what I'm saying?
And then they was like they said, man, they did this for a publicity stunt.
That was dumb, yo. I don't think that was...
But I was like, I don't think the Oscars needs to do that because nobody watched the Oscars a lot anyway.
Yeah, and what is this like? I was hearing people say that. So Will smacking him, like that's only bringing attention to that one incident. Nobody's like, oh, Will smacked him. Now let me go rest the watch. I'm tripping.
Right? Yeah, you're right about that.
Rest it, yeah. Got you down.
Rest the watch of the Oscars. Yeah. I'm tripping, yeah.
But there is people out there that watch it because of that, though. Maybe not be us, but they definitely going. You can't deny they're going to rate the views going to raise next year.
Nah, keep it a stack. When the last time y'all watching the award show, though?
I'm not, but people probably.
Yeah, I don't really watch them like that.
I ain't tuned one in a minute. So I mean, they got an Asian demographic anyway. So I don't know.
Hey, but
Yes, sir. We're gonna keep it moving.
Yep.
We can't wait till we get to this 6ix9ine.
Yeah, because you bugging.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna get Gary. It's like that.
Yeah,
I'll Gary all season. Stop.
Next up, man, we got the DMV rapper. I know, yo, this joint was going crazy viral, yo.
They had him on the stage, right?
Yeah, yo, had him at the club.
Crazy. What club was that?
Bliss. That's like one of the biggest ones. That's the craziest part about it. Yeah.
Wow.
They had him standing up on one of the biggest clubs in DC. I'm like,
that's crazy.
That's wild.
And he was dead?
Yep.
In the club.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, who thought that was a good idea? That's a thing. Like they did. Yeah. And Bush said they didn't know nothing about it. That's the funny part about it.
That's
like, no way didn't. Right.
Nah, yo, it's no way you didn't know.
Yeah, it's
they
right.
They said it was a private event. Like it wasn't like a club night.
Oh,
and, like they rented that joint out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like it was a Saturday night at the club and then like they just dressed you up and kind of walked them in the joint. Like they sold tickets and everything.
That's crazy.
Tickets to a funeral.
Yeah, that's
the first history.
Yeah, that's backwards. Yeah, that was just wrong. Like, yeah.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, you don't do no shit like that.
Yo's rap name was Goo New. I never heard of him, to be honest.
Yeah, I never heard him personally. Yeah,
but apparently he was an up and coming rapper in the DMV, and he recently got killed, and they had a funeral for him in a nightclub, and Yo was like literally like Yo was propped up. All dripped out with the scary Marys on, and then they was in the club really turned up.
Crazy!
Yeah. I heard some.
Now, excuse the noises.
Nah, it's all good. And then really like the whole story went viral, and then like the mom came and did an interview, and it was like, that's the way he would have won out. He wanted to go out, so. I mean, at a certain point, I can respect it because it's like, like if you knew your son was out running the streets and everything, like, what are you really ready to go put him up in the church and have a funeral for him and then have some pastor preach at how this man was taken from us so young and all of this stuff? Like, man, you got to keep the same energy. If you're going to keep the same energy, you got to do it all the way around.
But it might be but having found a mother's beat blind to all of it. Like, my son's a good dude.
Mo, stop that, yo. Ain't nobody. Stop that, yo. Ain't nobody. Yeah, that's not true, yo.
Hey, Gary, FEG Duck's mom. What she think about Duck?
You knew come on.
She think they were innocent. They did it.
Yeah, right. That's what she was saying. It's no way.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Thanks. Yeah, that's true though.
Yeah,
I don't have much to say on that, John. Up next, we got the return of the GOAT. 6ix9ine, after a 2-year hiatus, has blessed us with his presence.
This guy's out of control, man.
This dude crazy.
He came back today, man. He dropped the song. Mo, you listen to that joint? Yo was dissing Dirt.
Oh, yeah.
Yo even put in the video.
You cannot talk nothing crazy if you're a rat. It's not gonna make sense. All this tough talking and stuff he doing it don't make sense.
What about Snoop Dogg?
Huh?
Listen,
you know the difference between Snoop?
See, look, now it's the difference, yo. And then, like, if we gonna have a real conversation, it can't be no difference. If it's rats across the board. We got the same energy for everybody.
Yeah, that is
to be perfectly honest.
What about T.I.?
I never really heard rumors about Snoop being a rat, but we know for sure 6ix9ine is a rat.
You seen the paperwork?
No, that's what I'm saying. I heard rumors. I never seen the paperwork. 6ix9ine came out of his mouth and said he ratted though. That's the thing.
What about Alpo?
Oh, you see, what about him?
You know what happened?
No disrespect to him, rest in peace. God bless his soul, but you do that, you rat and kill people. Some going.
They said that was over a traffic incident. It wasn't like Alpo.
Oh, somebody got in front of him?
Yeah, it was over a traffic incident, road rage type stuff. It wasn't related to him snitching on nobody.
But we were just talking about the snitching and the killing that he had done. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just came back on him. You never know. You never know how it works. But your boy, we can't.
I'm gonna put it to you like this.
Please do not play that little boy in the club because we don't listen to rats. You heard what Dirk told him,
nah, yo, I can't respect
Dirk.
Hey, you know, like for me,
Dirk, bro.
Nah, for me, I'm gonna tell you just like this. 6ix9ine, while people might not agree, and I don't even agree with y'all, he keep the same energy and he gonna tell you what it is. Dirk and all of this stuff, like stuff that Dirk be doing, all of this dissing dead people and then trying to act like Dirk just said 5 times he gonna stop dissing dead rappers, yo. He done said it. All of this, song, the next week he dropping the dog. I'm getting high as duck, right? Oh, I'm gonna stop dissing. He get the bill. Oh, I'm gonna stop dissing.
But he said that after. There you know, he said that after.
Mo, he didn't say that. Mo, I can pull it up, man. He didn't say it 3 or 4
times. That's the first time he said he gonna stop dissing.
No, he didn't. Mo, come on, yo.
I don't agree with that.
But people don't know. But I know like that.
And then Mo, this whole like with the FBG Duck, like when Duck was alive, you didn't say nothing about him. But as soon as he died, now you duck this, duck that. You should have ducked. Like, come on, yo, you can't respect that. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it, and that's why I respect about 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine's doing it regardless. He told y'all, he's like with 6ix9ine, I don't agree with him saying the N-word, but he's like, what you gonna do about it? Do something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that man is protected. So anybody do something to that man, they going down. And he know that and they know that.
Yeah, I think that too.
Think about it. If somebody really wanted to touch 6ix9ine, he been touched. They know that man is protected.
Who wanted to
do something? So you do something to that man, you're caught regardless. So it don't even matter. If you know something, if you get somebody to do something to that man, it's gonna lead back to you.
So when it started being a gangster, started coming with conditions. I don't want to go to jail.
Ooh,
you said what?
If you're gonna do something, you're gonna do it. It don't come with conditions. Oh, I know I'm gonna touch 6ix9ine. Oh, the streets don't come with conditions.
You're right. But I think nowadays gangsters are getting a little bit more smarter. The ones that's in the rap game, like who he just had beef with that time. Who he had beef with? Who he got fussing with? Meek that time.
Oh, you talking about
pulled up on him.
The game.
So who you think took the L in that situation?
Maybe.
But he didn't punch him.
Maybe Meek, because Meek ain't really. But you got Meek big time now. Meek
all right, but let me put it like this. When 6ix9ine was in jail, right? Meek came out. 6ix9ine didn't say nothing to Meek. Meek publicly came out and said, I'm gonna do everything in my ability to squash 6ix9ine. That rat should be a part of the industry. 6ix9ine, Meek brought the energy. Now when 6ix9ine popped up out the club, now it's I don't want to do no. You can't have like that's what I don't respect.
You got a point. You got a point.
You can't have that energy, and then when something happened, I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it.
But at any probably point in time, you're right. If they wanted to do something, they would have. One of them boys tried to blow 6ix9ine head off. If it really got to that point.
I don't want to judge jail and all of that.
Yeah, you got a point right there, Gary. But all of us on this podcast know you're right. If somebody really, really wanted to do something, that would have went left, and it wouldn't been on Meek part.
And to be honest, I don't really think anybody really, really wants to do nothing to him.
Me either, because nobody really wants to get in trouble, go to jail, and lose the money.
Yeah, that's true.
And then if you really look at it and you break down the case, which most people haven't looked at the case, that they had other informants. 6ix9ine really didn't snitch
because he was
the fact
publicity one.
So like when I say like 6ix9ine, I would say cooperated, not snitch, right? Because when he got picked up,
you talking about
I'm ready to explain the difference. It's not like 6ix9ine got picked up, right? And he went in there and just started telling everything that happened. When 6ix9ine got picked up, everything that happened, they already had the evidence. All he did is said, oh yeah, that happened, that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference, yo. They already there was already another informant. And then like, you really gonna tell me like, in this way, like we can have a broader conversation about snitching, but like the whole joint just don't make no sense. Like you really out here, like, people that be beefing over $10, yo, like literally like, yo, you didn't give me my money back. Like, I'm not ready to talk to you. Now you telling me that somebody is messing with your girl. They done stole millions of dollars. Tell me right now, if I was out on the street taking bookings for Man's Heating and Cooling, collecting checks and stuff in, Trey, and then I'm over here collecting money on his behalf, right? Or I'm over there like coming with somebody saying, oh yeah, I represent this and I'm taking checks and all of this and booking deals, and then people calling Trey like, oh, you were supposed to show up and all of that. And you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying, like, when you put it in broader context, people doing a lot less stuff, and then they like, I just don't, when you really break it down, 6ix9ine There was a whole bunch of other informants, and then they were charging them stuff with 10 years ago. Dang. That he was like, he just been messing with him for 18 months. They charging him for robberies and stuff that they done 10 years ago. Like, there's a lot of stuff in the case when you look at it that
you're right, but that happens when you get in them gangs
and
you join the blood south, whatever they represent and done, you with it now.
And then the craziest part,
what do they call people that cooperate with the police in the hood? So don't use that cooperate mess. You're gonna cut that right now. You're gonna stop that right now.
Nah, like I'm not defending it. I'm not defending it. I'm just saying,
you want to say cooperate. You just said it right.
I'm not defending it. All I'm saying is like, yo, you gotta. What I'm saying is selective politicking. You can't be mad at one person more than you mad at the other person. Like we all know, if we riding around with a truck full of guns and we get off and we go do a crime fighter commercial, that something suspicious going on. What happened to T.I.O.? He had a whole truckload of guns and then he got off with a crime fighters commercial. Something ain't right there, yo.
He probably Gary's boy, young boy. I don't know. Never mind, I ain't gonna say it, Trey.
So I mean, we gonna have quick. That energy. We gonna have that energy. Quick. This man Gunner was on TV.
Oh,
y'all heard about that?
Yeah, he had a whole interview about the joint. Not like if we're gonna keep it the same, we gotta be mad at everybody. So like,
and one thing I can say that's like you can't even argue. Like you can like we could call him a snitch the whole time, but it's like, dang, he's still going. He gonna be like, okay, now what? He gonna be like, now what? Okay, now what? So I'm like, dang. Yep. That's what I hate.
So is he the king of New York?
Yeah,
ain't nobody king of New York.
Stop it, Gary.
If you ask me, I'd rather mess with a snitch because at least I know what I'm working with. I know to keep a closer eye on him.
That's true.
So somebody you gonna blindly trust and all of that. So at least you know you can watch out for him.
What has he done to be the king of New York?
Come on, yo. If we gonna keep it a stat,
numbers-wise, if you do numbers,
nobody's touched the meteoric only rise YouTube, that he had. Not Spotify, the meteoric rise, 6ix9ine went from being a nobody, sleeping on people's couch, like you. He went from being a nobody.
Look at this, Gary.
You think people, in like 18 months. Nobody's ever going to do nothing like that.
You think people enjoy his music or they just interested in what he's saying? Because I'm not going to play it. Don't get me wrong, 2018 was an okay year, but I don't think people constantly playing it like they would with like most of the New York rappers.
You can't have that standard just for him, yo. If you're gonna keep the standard,
because if you go to Apple, his Apple numbers and Spotify Apple numbers not even crazy.
Say what?
Yeah, you know the Apple numbers not crazy like that. Only YouTube and stuff.
Bro, he could.
You go on his Instagram, it's crazy. Like his views,
it's crazy.
Yeah, because he know how to entertain, man. That's one thing I can't say about him. He know how to entertain. But the whole thing in New York, you can't, bro. You're not over Biggie, and he's been dead 20-some years. You're not over Hov, Jada Kiss. Like, bro, you can't call yourself the king, bro. You can't.
A different era.
Nah, fuck that. They're from New York.
Nah.
I ain't gonna lie. New York has some weak rappers recently that came out, but
Cardi B one of it. So 6ix9ine, yo, Fabio Foreign doing 31,000, yo. 6ix9ine the king, yo.
Well, what's 6ix9ine doing this album?
He did 54 with no industry support.
What about Cardi B?
Oh, he dropped the album.
This was 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Yeah, what about Cardi B?
When is the last time Cardi B dropped an album? She ain't dropped nothing in 3+ years.
Yeah, she been a mom right
but now. It's the same time 6ix9ine dropped this.
No, it wasn't. 6ix9ine was 2 years ago, Mo. Come on, Mo. Mo just over here blabbering now. But nah, all I'm saying, if we're gonna have the energy for 6ix9ine, people pick on him because he's an easy target. But then you start asking about other people, and it's just like, oh, I ain't seen no paperwork. Oh, I don't know that. I don't know. I heard it. Like, it's just like, just because he came out and embraced it, like, if you're gonna have that energy, if we canceling rats, we canceling all rats.
All rats.
Not just him.
Yeah, got to keep the same energy.
You're right. Gary might be right for once. It's like,
maybe. Moving on.
Y'all see this crazy stuff with T.I., yo? T.I. got booed. This man, was doing like he was doing a stadium or arena or something, yo. And he's doing this comedy. Like a lot of stuff I've been seeing lately about T.I. doing the comedy and trying to get into the comedy. But this recent one, Man, they was booing my man's.
That's, I mean,
he's trying
But
to
he
be.
got sensitive about a joke earlier, right?
Yeah.
it's kind of hard.
Somebody
like,
said a joke about it. He got sensitive or something.
I just don't understand. Like, yeah, you going from like rapping to comedy. Like, you got to really know what you're doing getting on that stage. The crazy part, though, my man's ran into him and took a picture before he done his show. My man, Lord Jeff.
Oh, Jeff, yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. And as soon as he posted it, then like the next day, like T.I. gets booed. I was like, damn.
Dang. But here's another topic too. It's comedy starting to die down because everything getting canceled.
Yeah,
like,
you can't say
really,
nothing.
especially as a white comedian. Like, it's impossible. You can't really come
you're
on
done.
You done.
Done. You're done.
Nah,
Could
y'all
no black
imagine
jokes.
Bernie
You can't
Mac
make no
right
Indian
now, though?
jokes. Huh?
Can y'all imagine Bernie Mac? He wouldn't even he'll retire.
It'd be
He
done.
wouldn't even want to do comedy no more.
Done.
There wouldn't be no Kings of Comedy.
Once I seen him cancel Dave Chappelle, that's how I knew nobody survived.
They ain't cancel no Dave Chappelle.
Lil Boosie, the only person that can't get canceled.
Talking about
in
his
the
show
world right now.
on the
Boosie, that boy, though.
Boosie cannot get canceled. This
Hey,
dude.
Gary, ask Boosie about 6ix9ine. Tell him and see what he say.
Uh-oh. Gary.
You stop fucking Gary.
Boosie keeping the same energy, yo.
That nigga crazy.
What's up with Tory Lanez?
Yo, he dropped a diss track, didn't he?
Yeah, yo, got him in jail, yo. Yo had to put up that bond. Megan Stallion went
was it 35,000?
Yo, 350. It was like I think 10%. Bail was like 350K.
Niggas just be losing money off of dumb shit.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, yo, Meg. They said Meg went in court and said that Tory been bullying me on the internet.
Oh God.
Nah, yo,
the tweets.
And that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand Meg the Stallion. First of all,
I can't stand it either.
You call yourself a stallion and you a female. Number one. Number two, how you? That's oh my God. I just can't. I'm not gonna get into it, man. I don't know.
All she do is get on there and twerk.
It's so much of it's a strong girl. Be a strong. No, it ain't possible. But I don't know, man.
I really don't think it happened the way she said it. I really don't think he might have did. I don't really think he shot her though. Then again, he might have.
Nah,
but the shit is just weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the ballistics came back and said that on the gun that his DNA was inconclusive, and on the clip, the DNA was no match. So like
a DNA ain't match. Like
yeah, so I mean things is going on. But the thing you gotta keep in mind is like, yo, they got Tory under a gag order. He can't talk about it. It's been going on 2 years. He's been getting dragged. Like, yo, any sane person would be going crazy and want to say something. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like LSU, and then she being able to go on the internet and blatantly say that you shot her, right? When evidence and everything coming out, kind of leaning toward the other side as far as the DNA and stuff like that. Like, come on, yo. And that's affecting your business and money you making and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, man, that's how it is, man. It's sad though, to be honest with you. But
it's a cold world we live
in. It's just how it is, man. Hopefully things will get better for him though. But
yeah, my thing with Twitter is like, when it comes to that, it's like, why can't, like, how can they prove you weren't hacked? Like, if he just said that, I understand the IP justice and stuff like that.
I was going to say, what?
Nah, because it's like, you still be like, yo, somebody grab my phone next to me. It's like with tweets, it's such a volatile thing. Like when Chief Keef tweeted out, oh, we did JoJo back in the day. He was like, oh, I got hacked. It's like you can't really prove that it was him unless.
Nah, I guess they was going like, so from what I was reading, it was like a history of tweets. They really wasn't. Like only one was clearly directed at her where he didn't even mention, like he literally like in the tweet, like when you look at the papers, it says you, and like the judge, it's just a whole interpretation, judge.
A lot of stuff,
You know what I'm saying? It's just building up. So
that's why our boy Elon right by that thing, man.
Elon Musk, man. Elon
$43 billion.
They ain't gonna let him do that.
Bid to buy
I hope they do. I hope they do. They're gonna try to block them. They talk about Saudi Arabia trying to block them.
But the thing is, like, once you really understand the intricate business, Like at a certain point, they don't have no choice, and especially when you get into them non-public shares that come with voting power and things of that nature. Like the reason why Elon didn't join the board is because when you join the board, it's a certain cap on the percentage of the company you can own, and then it comes with other certain conditions. So, you know, by him saying forget the board, now he can go for the hostile takeover, right?
Big fish, big fish.
And as a shareholder, not a public shareholder, but a private shareholder, if a certain offer comes on the board and the company doesn't do a fiduciary responsibility, because you know the company, once you go public, you got a fiduciary responsibility to those shareholders. If an offer's on the table and it's lucrative, you know what I'm saying, you can get sued for turning it down, especially because if you're turning it down just because it's Elon or somebody that, you know what I'm saying. So there's a lot that's going to go into. Yeah, he playing a long haul.
Yeah, he probably gonna end up getting
that's
it.
The name of the game, man. You got to plan for tomorrow, not today.
Yeah, that was a smart move.
Yeah, 43 billion. I think Twitter will do it, man. I didn't even know it's worth that much money.
I told Gary Twitter's unstoppable, and Gary finally starting to see it.
Nah, I mean,
Twitter is the news, yo.
It's the news.
Twitter is all up on.
Yeah, I don't even got Twitter no more.
NFL players finding out they get traded from Twitter before their general manager talked to them.
Right.
I'm like, dude.
All your drafts on there, all your big time news, it's Twitter first.
It's Twitter.
God rest his soul. When Kobe died, doesn't hit me up. Dang, man, he gone. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, it hit Twitter before daggone WJZ.
Right.
I was like, wow.
Right.
So,
you know, and TV becoming more extinct and more. So I was like,
yeah,
I better get with the times or get left behind.
Yeah, up next, man, we got a tragic story. There was a 14-year-old boy that died in an amusement park. He was on one of them drop towers. And I mean, I really couldn't find too much on information, but somehow either the safety harness or something broke and he fell down to his death, man. That joint was wild.
Crazy, bro.
And allowed on the ride.
Yeah,
that's what they said.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a weight limit.
Yeah,
and a height limit. The problem was, what happened, what got them in trouble was the manual. The manual of the ride says you can't get on this ride if you're a certain height and a certain weight, which he exceeded both. So
I'm
like, you're done. There's no explaining to anybody. You wrote it in your manual.
Right.
It's not supposed to be on there.
Exactly. Yeah. And we seen the picture. The harness halfway up.
Right. We heard that, it said the ride wouldn't go unless they all locked. Yeah, that's cool.
That's crazy.
But per the manual, he was not supposed to be on that ride.
Right.
And that was just, and man, watch the video when it hits the ground, man, it's just like
he didn't even die right there. He died in the hospital.
For real?
Oh, for real? I never knew that.
He didn't die.
Dang.
He died in the hospital when they shipped him. But that's the thing, man. I said, man, y'all can fool with that stuff if you want to. I used to be loving all the roller coasters and stuff. I said, no, I'm good now.
Yeah, that's a wake-up call.
I mean, it's just like, come on, man. You got to make sure, like, people are secure. And then for yourself, he was a young kid anyway. He was 14. So me, I'm almost 30 years old. Me, I'm like, yo, before we even start this, I'm going to yell out, stop, hit that red button.
Yeah, because I ain't.
I was like, you can embarrass me. If I'm too big or something, embarrass me. Because I don't.
The music part.
That's not worth
I
my
can't
life.
imagine what's money they about to lose. All the music
what?
parts.
Oh my goodness!
That joint about to get torn down, thrown over the.
That whole park got to get torn. I've been to that park before. That's a crazy thing.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I've been to that ride. I think I was on that ride. It was probably like 2013.
Mo, you should on that ride. You should pull a page out their book, Mo. You emotionally damaged. Let me represent you.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about that one topic. That $900.
Oh yeah, we got that. $900.
Crazy things, man. We got two tragic things that happened too.
Oh yeah. Mo, you got this one. I don't know too much
Oh,
about
you got
this.
that, Gary.
Dwayne Haskins. I don't know
I'll
too
tell
much.
you, Dwayne
Yeah.
Haskins,
You was
the
talking
Dwayne
about it.
situation, man, was
Yeah.
really sad.
R.I.P.
Apparently he was on I-95 in Florida, and he was on the side of the road, broke down,
Yep.
and apparently somebody said that he ran out to get to the other side or something, and a dump truck came and boom.
Yep.
But either way, like it's sad either way. But I was like,
Yeah.
that side of the road stuff. When you're on the highway, all the listeners listen. Just
Right.
try to get as far away as possible and keep your eyes on the swivel. Because you don't know. They got out of control. That dump truck, you ain't beating that. It's over.
Hell no.
Exactly.
That shit over.
So, I mean, it's a sad story. He was terribly young, 24 years young.
Right.
And man, I just like the fact they honor him on the Washington football team. Well, the Commanders. But yeah, it's just a sad story. But you know, everything happens for a reason, I guess.
Yeah, it was sad, man.
And it's crazy too. It's like, I'm like the I-95. He, I said Maryland. He lived in Maryland for a little bit too.
Yeah,
it was crazy. Yeah. So I heard a rumor. I don't know how true it is. On the internet, they said he ran out of gas or something like that.
Yeah, it was something.
I don't want to believe it. I'm like, dang.
It
was like, right.
Man. That's it is. That's something tricky, man. I don't know, man. It's sad though. Prayers to him and his family.
Yeah,
but
man.
That makes sense.
It's a lot of things, bro, man. With the New York bombing, up next, huh, Gary?
Oh no, I got one. I'm ready to throw in real quick. Yeah, I said this joint to Mo. You know, the city in California, Palm Springs, is paying its transgender residents $900 a month.
What happened?
What?
Say that again.
It's crazy.
Palm Springs, a city in California, is paying their transgender residents $900 a month.
For what?
Why?
That's the new world order, man.
Yeah, you're right.
And then I did a little more research. They got a transgender mayor of the town. Allocating city resources.
You can't get too much involved with this topic.
No, I'm just reporting from the story. I got it right here.
Yeah.
I'm saying I just found out the mayor was transgender, and it looks like it's part of some universal basic income study. So I guess they were looking at what population can we take this money and do the most good with, I guess.
Right.
That's all. I let the listeners ponder that while we move on to the New York bombing.
Yep. So everybody know what it is.
That's reality. But guess what? And all else fails, God forbid, one of them transvestites or die early or something. God forbid. They found your bones, they gonna say male or female. I don't care. That's how they finding people now. Did y'all see where they found the guy from like 1800 BC and they knew he was a structure? I was like, there's no, Larry was Larry.
This man Trey.
But I'm telling you, man, I said, hey, all power.
Hey, we know God.
But they know this is what science is for. We'll be all lucky.
This nigga crazy, man.
I'm dead.
New York bombing.
Yo, I'm dying, yo. This man.
It's all about structure.
Yeah, why did it have to be one of us,
what
man?
They say,
why did it have to be one of us?
I know, because they, how they're going to take. They gonna nuke it. I already hear tweets talking about, why did not say no because he's black?
I had a conversation about this with my wife.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks he had like mad PTSD.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he's in the military or not, but if he was, man, it goes to show you how much like they don't take enough time to really care for the people that's been through certain situations, and how important that is. Because, you're looking at everybody as an enemy when that's not the case. But I hope it wasn't the case. But it's bad. What was it? 10 dead and 50 people injured, something like that.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to live in no big city, man. I keep in country, man.
I'll visit, have a good time, get a little wine, a little cigar, and I'm out. Not a long time.
Yeah. Perfect for me. I'm going that next weekend. Yeah.
I know. Yeah,
Excited.
I gotta go up in there in September, man. Shout out to my wife for our anniversary. We're going to a Broadway show. So
that's dope.
Hey.
yeah, it should be a good time, man.
Mass transit, man.
10K sex tape.
Oh yeah, this joint's crazy, yo.
That's old though, ain't it?
Nah, they got an unreleased version. So what happened is that
Oh Lord, y'all did. Hey, this is not Trey speaking. I need to see that.
so apparently with Ray J, there was 3 of them. There was 3 tapes, right? I think 2 of them have been released so far. And Whack 100, which was Ray J's manager, has the 3rd tape. He did an interview with Bootleg Kev and said that, you know, we got the 3rd tape on a laptop, and if Kanye wants it, you know, I'll give it to him. Apparently, Wack gave it to Kanye, and Kanye gave it to Kim. But I guess it was just coming up because, you know, at that time when that happened like 3-4 months ago. But now, you know, like the Kim Kardashian's reality TV show is coming out. So I guess like around that time when things were, you know, going on about the sex tape. But like a recent story popped up and said that, you know, their kid, North, well, I guess was getting bullied in school or something about, you know, her mom's previous sex tape. So, you know, I think what I was thinking, I was bringing this up, see what y'all thinking. Like for this next generation, especially with this OnlyFans and all that kind of content and things like that, like this next generation of kids, like, you know how now they got the revenge porn thing. Like, I think there's going to be something where they enact with revenge or like relative porn or something. Because saying like you show your parents like tapes or something to a kid like in school or something like that doesn't technically fall under the revenge porn law. Like I think they're going to add more laws of it. Because imagine if like you found a kid in school and knew his mom was on the internet. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, when I was in school, we would be playing that tape everywhere.
Yeah, just
imagine if we had all the social media stuff growing up.
It'd be a wrap. It'd be a wrap.
Like, I'm not getting into it on this podcast, but I'm telling you, the things
maybe she wasn't thinking like that. But she should have known that. Well, maybe like I said, she wasn't thinking like that then, but she should have known though eventually that tape, you know, was going to, you know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you planned on having kids, like, come on now. I'm pretty sure there's some famous porn stars that have kids, but they probably keep it totally separate. You know what I mean?
And they gotta let them know, bro, because you know
they do. I know they let them know, but like a young boy
gonna find it.
Yeah, I didn't even know the what's the old head? She retired now. Cherokee Diaz. She got a son in his 20s. I didn't even know that.
Dang, well he probably.
I think she said he was like in the military or something though.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? So it's just like, and I know he didn't see his mom on the internet. I don't mean no harm.
Can't imagine that.
You imagine seeing him in the bar like this. Oh yeah, you want a drink? Oh, wait a minute, your mom was who, right? Like this, boy, when I was young.
Yep.
Now, I think this kind of fall in one of those 6ix9ine situations. It's either you're going to be unapologetic about it or you're going to play games. Like, from what I understand, Wack, like, did all the right paperwork. So Wack had, like, full control of the tape. If he wanted to, like, he could have made an OnlyFans and charged people to see.
But he done the respectful thing.
Yeah. But I was like, just like the Will Smith joint. You know, like, every action got consequences, yo. You can't come back and complain.
Action.
You know what I'm saying? Just because later, like, you should have been thought about your future and everything.
That's what I was just saying. Yeah, like you should have known, like that shit was going. You know what I mean? You should have known that shit was going to pop up again eventually.
Right.
You recorded, like, come on now.
That's great. Yeah.
What's up with this role play, man?
Nah, yo, that's your man's, yo. That's disgusting.
And the worst thing about it is, like, they always try to come out after that talking, oh, it was a joke. I'm like, bro.
Nah, yo, that wasn't no
joke.
It
ain't no joke. He said it too specific.
This man Maino was on what they call their podcast, Lip Service or something like that.
Yeah.
With Angela Yee. And this man Maino said like he liked to role play with white woman as a runaway slave.
Oh yeah.
A runaway slave.
Hey man, you'll be like this. Catch me now. You imagine that?
Maino be on some other shit anyway, man. That
You,
dude.
my man said I like when they I remember that. He said I like when they lock me up. He throw me on the bed and say,
calling an N-word and everything.
We might have to look into that a little more because it definitely wasn't no women chasing runaway slaves.
No.
Right.
oh my God. Oh my Lord.
It definitely wasn't no women running after those slaves back then.
Oh, we gotta look into that.
Man, I don't know, boy. Boy might look about to get plugged.
Yeah, I'm dying.
I'm like, dude. But his boy Jim Jones was wild talking about he used to practice kissing his mom on the lips and stuff.
Oh yeah, yo, that joint was wild, yo.
Yeah, Jim Jones, crazy boy, man.
He's crazy.
I said, what?
I forgot to bring Jim Jones up earlier about that wiretap conspiracy with the 6ix9ine joint. Yo told him to violate 6ix9ine. It happened to him in his jail time. Yo, that's conspiracy right there.
Yeah, man.
6ix9ine need a podcast, man. Everybody will
he probably will get one eventually.
Yeah, exactly. Once the money start, they start blackballing them more.
Hey, I got a side note. What do y'all think about? Shout out to $1 Million Worth of Game podcast with Gilly the Kid and Wallow.
They my boys, yo.
What do y'all think about him having Cam Newton on there on his opinion on women, on what a real woman is?
And of course, they took it over.
Yeah, I forgot to put that on there. I didn't really watch it. I heard like people going crazy about it, but film in.
He basically was saying that all the women out here talking about they a bad B and the boss shit and all that stuff, but they can't cook. They don't know how to cater to a man, and they don't know when to be quiet and let a man lead. Mm-hmm. Now, y'all know me. I agree with him 1,000%. Ain't nothing more annoying. And when a woman does all this extra stuff just to be single, I'm like, hey, what's good of being a boss when you can't take care of nobody? That's how you really know you're a boss.
Yeah. And here's what somebody said. Yeah.
If you can't take care of nobody and you can't take care of a crew or a family, what bossing are you doing when you yourself? Because that's the real definition. You don't understand how hard it is to worry about somebody else's family on how you going to feed them. That's the difference, man. But I can get into it all day. I ain't got all day. It's Friday, and we about to enjoy ourselves later, man. But I just want your thoughts on what do you think about that comment that Cam Newton made.
And here's the thing, too. It's like what somebody told me, too. If they feeling sensitive, that means they can't do it. The people that don't feel sensitive are the ones that can't do it. So he's like...
the biggest reaction or hurt the most?
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer. All that loud talking, what is he talking about? We are queens and all this other stuff. You know what?
That hit right next to him.
That might be true in your eyes, but society says otherwise.
Respectfully, after last weekend, the moonshine tasting, I'm declining to talk about black women, black men topics.
Oh my gosh, man. We don't want to get into that. That was fun though. I think that was our first annual moonshine tasting ever. We treated that joint like wine.
Yeah, that was something slight. Now let's go ahead and get into this last topic, man. I had to get this, yo. I'm calling Mo bluff on this one, yo. Let me. This is something Mo put on IG, saying he's trying like, if you're a young person, I highly suggest you create a plan to move away from your hometown, leaving your typical norms you knew when you grew up will help you develop as an individual and force you to grow into ways that staying home just can't do. Mo agrees with it. He said, I'm glad to be back home for some years, but moving away from home for a few years was the best growth I ever got. What's your general thoughts on the topic?
It's good for some people. For others, like family is everything to a lot of people. So like, especially when you got kids and everything, your family is like the big village, the whole village thing. Everybody taking their part and raising and helping everybody out. But if you in a bad space, I would say do that. But if you ain't got nothing really going on and everything's good for you here, your family's here, you got a great job here, you can buy a home here or wherever you're from, I would just say stay. But if you feel as though that you want growth in other ways that your hometown can't provide you in, go for it. Yeah. But just be mindful. everybody ain't got your back.
Right.
So you gotta understand, you gotta move different when you in other cities and countries. So but yeah, it's all about scared money don't make no money and taking that leap of faith. But me personally, I'm from Maryland, man. I love it. I don't see myself leaving Maryland at all. But you never know. God might put me in a different direction. But until then, Maryland, where I'm at.
No, and that's the thing with me. Like I was because my situation with the military, I was like a no choice type of thing.
Okay.
So I was leaving. So I wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, like, gotta go. So it was like, and then I went on 2 deployments. So it was like the best growth possible was happening on that type of side. And it's like you said, when you got nobody else, you got to depend on yourself. Like, there's no better growth than that. Like, I'm not saying like you got to move, but if it happens, you know what I mean?
Do that. Yeah, that's definitely. Yeah, man. I just think that, you know, wherever your end goal is to be, like what you want to do. I mean, it don't matter where you are. Sometimes, you know what I mean. It's like what you're gonna do, because you can move away somewhere and still be doing the same thing you was doing at home. You see what I'm saying? In that area. So I just like basically what Trey said, man. It's all about what you want to do, man. But the biggest thing I think with that, like you said, you really didn't have a choice. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I think the biggest thing is like you really got to weigh your pros and cons, and then it is scared money don't make no money, or some people might be scared to take that leap. You never know, but you know the most important thing to me,
it's in the kitchen with a fork and spoon.
I would weigh the pros and cons.
Hey, yo, that's ready to be a classic, yo.
Yeah, it's in the kitchen.
I'm ready to clip that joint, yo.
Hey,
we already added that to the intro. We
about to hit dinner. We about to hit dinner. I'm still in here.
I'm dying.
Yeah.
All right, man. We ready to wrap it up, but I mean, I pretty much agree that, like, with the whole scared money don't make no money. I don't know about that, because I feel like if you in a situation where you're surrounded by your family and thing, I think that would make you more comfortable to take more risks, right? I feel like moving outside of that would put you in a spot where you're more, like Trey was saying, like you got to be more alert and things of that nature, which would kind of, in my perspective, seem like it would limit the amount of risks and things that
you gotta weigh your pros and cons, man.
So
I got a cat, man, a financial fact of the day that was really interesting to me.
Okay.
And it's pretty crazy because, you know, a lot of people, I hate, Gary always talk about how people be trying to get you with the get rich quick schemes, you know, all the investing and stuff like that. But here's a fun fact for all you out there thinking y'all gonna get the money quick. Warren Buffett, considered the world's most successful investor, made 99.6% of his $87.5 billion fortune after the age of 52. As much as $72 billion of his wealth came after he turned 65. He started investing at the tender age of 11 and filed his first taxes for the first time at the age of 13. So all of you guys out there thinking that, we can get rich quick, you can get that out your mind. So if you're not prepared to put the work in and the longevity, don't do it.
You done.
He's the most successful. Would you agree, Gary?
Yeah.
So that's when I be like, when people like, you can dream. Yeah, well, it's gonna take you time. My thing is, do you have the patience to do that?
Yeah.
Right.
That was just my financial fact of the day, man.
And that's the best man to listen to for him. Warren. One of the best.
Right.
We appreciate that.
Years old, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, man, it was a good show today, man. Appreciate y'all having us.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all for coming on.
No doubt.
I mean, y'all got anything to plug before we leave? You know, tap in with that Man's Heating and Cooling.
Oh yeah, well, you know, it's Trey from Man's Cooling and Heating, man. 443-962-2924. You need a plan, you call Mans. Holla at you.
Trey crazy.
I'm dying.
That boy crazy.
And with that said, we out. Thanks for tuning in to Opinions to Million podcast. Please subscribe, like, comment, share. New episode dropping every week. You want to hop on the next one? Shoot us an email. Follow us on all social media at Opinions to Million. We out.